think the phenomena of Harry Potter and the world that J.K. Rowling has created has been absolutely amazing.
She's created it not only for herself, but the fans have grabbed it.
I think where Harry Potter really comes into its own is on the web, when you can see how people have expanded the whole idea and made the world their own, sort of claimed it for themselves. Fans and websites like ours have brought it beyond the books.
I'm Kat.
I'm Rowan.
I'm Fee.
And we're Harry Potter's freakish fans in Linlithgow. Us and our freakish ways. We have a curious obsession with reading Harry Potter, dyeing our hair, lounging around writing websites in our pyjamas at 4 p.m, and insisting that this is normal behaviour, eating waffles, exploding. Everyone's wanting a part of Harry Potter at the moment. You just need to look on the net and type Harry Potter into a search engine, and you see how many thousands of sites there are about it.
The number of them is absolutely amazing, and I didn't expect there to be that many, so we wanted to kind of have our own personal one.
The wonderful thing is that J.K. Rowling has created a world of magic which children have claimed for themselves. The world lives on well beyond the books. The Harry Potter thing started when Rowan got given the books as a Christmas present. She read them straight away.
By midnight on Christmas Day, I'd finished both of them. I'd been sitting up in my bedroom, reading madly.
She came into school and told us all about them and how great they were.
I couldn't put the books down once I started reading them. I mean, I read book 1 and 2 straight off.
The minute I finished book 1, I had to pick up book 2.
I've read them in the bath, in the garden, walking along the street.
When I got the fourth one, I actually had to prize it off my mother, because she bought it while I was on holiday, and I sat down and read that straight away.
When Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was first published, children seemed to know about it. They were passing it amongst each other. It was going from friend to friend, and that way it was building up a readership, not through any adult intervention at all. It wasn't through librarians, it wasn't through teachers, and it wasn't through booksellers, but it was submitted for the Smarties Prize, which is a prize that is chosen by children. And it was at that point that the fortunes of the book changed completely. The children who selected which book should win the gold voted overwhelmingly for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Number 1 was tough because of the circumstances in which I wrote it, but there were no expectations, so it was really all down to me. It's very easy to look back now and think it was a dead cert. No one else thought it was a dead cert at all.
This was a writer who was sweeping children up into reading in a way that hadn't happened before. And that's really when the media began to take an interest in it. And that, of course, led up to the quite staggering scenes at King's Cross on the day that Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire was published. It was embargoed, no shop could sell it before midnight, there were sleepovers in the major stores in London. It was a quite phenomenal experience.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1! I'm just going to keep writing them, and if I finish the series with one reader, then I will know that I was still true to myself. I wrote what I wanted to write, so that's the way I'm going.
I think we probably started the website because we'd all finished the 4th book, and there was a big void in our lives once Harry Potter had gone.
One of the main attractions of setting up a website was that it's got such a universal appeal.
So we were wanting to, to get a chance to talk to others about what their opinions and things were.
Could reach people all over the world, all ages, all nationalities, and could really get our opinions across.
We'd spent quite a lot of time on the internet looking at other people's Harry Potter sites before we even thought of doing our own.
You got thousands and thousands of different pages to look at.
There's the big professional ones made by the publishers and the movie companies, which are amazing and have lovely graphics and things. But then you have all the little ones that people have done sitting in their bedrooms at their computers like us. Oh cool, they've got games. Shall we play?
Yeah.
Fun.
Click to start. See if this is any good.
Use arrow keys to navigate.
First step was doing our research to find information to put on pages.
That one looks like it might have some info we could use.
Book 5, the title, I will be announcing it. Before anyone even asks me the name, I'm going to be...
So we're all sprawled around the bedroom floor with sheets and sheets of paper, all the Harry Potter books.
We gathered information from all 4 books, and also we kept newspaper cuttings.
And we were all writing down spells, character names and things like that we could put on our site, sort of lists.
The week that we spent together doing the website was definitely great fun.
We all sat around in our pyjamas till about 3 in the afternoon, and we ate chocolate and chocolate and chocolate.
Working till all hours of the morning.
Then there was the whole process of actually building the site, which is kind of my thing because I'm the one who's got the experience of that.
There's still some work to be done.
This is how we create and edit our web pages, using lots of tags, little white symbols. We have font tags and we have image tags for images. It's quite simple once you get to use it. We tried out different colour schemes for the sites, different backgrounds, what kind of text we were going to use and what colour it was going to be.
One of the last things that we came up with was our name, because we just couldn't think of anything at all.
It's always a kind of hard thing to do, what you're going to call yourself, the kind of image you're going to project to the rest of the world.
We sat around in silence for a long time,
going, our name, right.
Eventually it came to us, and the minute someone suggested Harry Potter and the Freakish Fans of Linlithgow, it was just perfect.
When we were trying to decide on the content, we were trying to do something that no one else had.
Things that we wanted to put on were like our own message boards that we had decided what kind of discussions were going to go on to them, and our own recipes page.
And at the time, no one else had recipes, so we thought, right, we'll do this.
The recipes page obviously follows on from our love of chocolate.
So we went through the 4 books and we took a list of all the foods that we could find that weren't just really normal foods. So we came up with things like all the sweets. We tried things like making chocolate frogs, and then we decided that the best way to do it would be to come up with a way of making it for mortals or muggles. Now what do we do?
Chocolate frogs, anyone?
Get the title? After a week of complete slobbing and eating chocolate, it was finally time to launch the site onto the internet. Save, and then it can be updated next time we upload.
We put our counter onto the front page to see how many people roughly, and it started off quite slowly.
And we could drop in and see how many people had visited and watch the total rise and rise and rise. It was a really exciting thing to watch. When new books come out, we have to go through and add to our characters list and our spells list.
Maybe adding a few more recipes for any more foods that are mentioned, as well as possibly doing fan fiction and kind of translating all her spells in Latin words.
It's amazing how it's spread to clubs and teachers and in schools. It's got everywhere.
We get messages from small children, from adults.
Lots of people email us and say, can we link to your page? Could you put a link to us on?
We get people writing to us, such as teachers, asking for information about how to bring Harry Potter to the classroom.
We have to go around other sites looking for rumours that we might not have caught, interviews with J.K. Rowling that they've found on the net and we haven't. We all exchange ideas so much. Something may start off on someone's site, just a little rumour, and someone else will find it and think, hey, that's a good one, and they maybe develop it, and then it gradually passes around the whole chain of websites.
It's a very short time since the first Harry Potter book was published, but in that short period, the language of the Harry Potter books, the characters of the Harry Potter books, the whole world of Hogwarts has absolutely permeated all walks of children's lives. They can buy almost any kind of merchandising, they can see the film, they can read the books, they live it. It's part of their everyday life.
There wasn't really that many places where we could buy Harry Potter merchandise to start off with. I think the nearest one was in Glasgow and that's closed down now, but we couldn't really get there. And then one day Kat and I were walking along the street and in the window of the local bookshop we have Harry Potter pencil cases and calendars.
There's three of us sort of running down the street going, what have they got? What have they got? I think the main thing about the fact that it's so merchandised now is that it's a craze that was imposed by the people that loved the books as opposed to just, right, we need to make some money, we'll have a new game, we'll have new characters and everyone will love it. The merchandise sells because people love the books and people want to be more involved with Harry Potter.
Success on the scale that J.K. Rowling has achieved is always likely to be looked at very warily, and it's often said that Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and the subsequent titles were entirely made by media hype. But the reality is that they were made by children's enthusiasm for them.
The website will continue as long as there are books, because it wouldn't be complete if we only had quizzes for the first 4 or 5 books.
We've got plenty new ideas for pages to update and put onto the site.
As long as J.K. Rowling keeps writing, we're going to keep going with it.